How is it going, everybody? Welcome to Flight Simulator, where we are taking a look at the Jurassic World Archipelago, which is a very, very cool idea where you get to fly over like Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna, and you get to check out the really cool things. Okay, so we're going to take the Nublar guided tour because I don't quite know how to fly in this game, but I know that I will be able to walk around on the ground. So that's something that I'm going to do because, you know, I got to check everything out. I don't know why my face cam wasn't on. Whoops. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh. Let's try that again. Let's do it. No, 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 no. Okay, well we figured it out. So we're just gonna. So there's like a lot of really cool things we can. I'm noticing that we can see things like Mount Sibo, the volcano, of course, that erupted in Fallen Kingdom. It looks like there's the Indominus Rex paddock, which that'll be pretty cool to check out. We can see down here the ferry terminal, of course. That's where everybody comes in to land. And holy moly, this is loud. Yeah, down there is the ferry terminal where everybody shows up to land. Isn't that cool? Okay, there's a landing strip over there, so assumedly I can land there, correct? Okay, so landing's a little bit more difficult than I had initially anticipated. Okay, well, we're just gonna fly. We're gonna fly. We're gonna land. Don't worry, we're gonna land. That is still the goal here. But we'll just fly over Isla Nublar right now, and we'll try to see if we can see any dinosaurs. Try to go to the Indominus enclosure. That'd probably be kind of cool to check out. Check that out. You can, like, see all of the electric fences that just go on for miles. It's very cool. It reminds me of Jurassic World Evolution. Oh, look at that. We can see the monorail. The aviary also way off in the distance. And then Main Street, as well as the Innovation Center. This is pretty cool. This is a very cool concept. Like, this is cool. I like this. Wow, the raptor paddock really is all the way over there, isn't it? Oh, I see some dinosaurs. Hey, there's some dinosaurs. Let's see how low we can get. Oh. Look at that. Probably apatosaurs down there. You could barely see them. I feel just like Alan Grant in Jurassic Park 3. Ooh, man, I can't wait to go over Isla Sorna. That's going to be sick. Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of apatosaurs down there. Oh, this is so cool. Look at that. We're going to try to get as close as we can. Here we are. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. What we have over here that looks like Stegosaurus? Methinks? Yep, we got 3 Stegosaurs down there, 3 more on the other side of this tree line thingy. Sweet. Okay, so we have a nice little valley over there of some apatosaurs and some stegosaurs. It's like a proper Morrison formation over here. I could probably get lower than that, but again, I'm new to the game, so I'm still trying to figure things out. I think it's probably preferable for me to land near Main Street anyway, so I can go and check out, you know, the Main Street, maybe check out like the T-Rex enclosure and all that. There's more dinosaurs over here. I assume they're apatosaurs. They're kind of holding their necks up high. Might imply Brachiosaurus. So this is the gyrosphere valley. Down there, I believe you can see where they load up the gyrospheres. One really cool thing about this too is that it kind of puts things, it kind of puts things into perspective about how large this, Okay, I absolutely meant to do that to show off my piloting skills. This really shows how large Jurassic World and Isla Nublar in general truly was, and I think that's really cool. Or at least it gives a good idea that, like, this island was still pretty dang big. All right, this is where the Indominus Rex enclosure was, the paddock. Wasn't it on a cliff in the movie? Maybe not. Maybe that was the raptor paddock. Is she in there? I see her. Oh, I could zoom in. Look at that. Okay, I could see her. There she is. Take a photo. There we go. You can see the Indominus, folks. So let's see. What can we make out? Oh, there's the place over there. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see, but there's the place over there where she escapes. Okay. The road was right there, I guess. There's forklifts. And over here is when they were viewing in there. Here is when Claire said that Owen can't, or well, Claire said that children can't pronounce Archaeornithomimus. I should watch Jurassic World again. Good movie. I like it. Okay, that's the Indominus. Now, I'm going to try to get to Main Street. I want to walk around to Main Street. I think that'd be really, really cool overall. I want to try to see the T-Rex. I want to try to see Rexy. You know, I don't think it lets me land just anywhere. Oh! Gallimimuses. Just running. All free. All beautiful. There's more over there, too. Wow. That's so freaking interesting. I think there's more. Oh, is that the log? That must be the log. Or no. Something. By the log, I mean the one that, like, Alan and the kids hid behind when the Gallimimuses were... Oh. 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 We are flying now. Now, this is pod racing. Uh-oh. Trees. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh my. Look at this. So you can get like a pretty decent view of the island even from like a first person mode. Oh my gosh, man. Look at all of these. There's a lot of training too. I was like looking and there's like a lot of like things you got to learn in order to be decent at like, or well efficient at this game, I suppose. It's pretty difficult, I'm not going to lie. I just tried to land for like an hour and I just can't do it. I think it's a me problem, but I don't know. It's like very delicate to try to land. Look how cool this looks though. This really does scream Isla Nublar. I really can't wait to check out Isla Sorna. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to land per se because I've just been struggling to do that, but we're still going to try. I'm still going to try to land and get like a segment of me walking around for this video. You know, that's something I still do very much want to try. But we'll check out things like the Raptor Paddock, and we'll of course check out Main Street still. Like we'll at the very least see them from a plane's eye view, from a pterosaur's eye view. And there it is. And looks like, yeah, it looks like from my memory, I think it was the Raptor Paddock that was on the cliff. Owen certainly has to make like a huge, like he has a long commute to try to get here. Let's see if we can see a raptor of the Velociraptor variety. Hey, look at there they are. That one might be blue right there. I'd very much like to land, and I'd like to look at them, you know, up close. But either I'm stupid or landing's really hard. I don't know. It's one of those two. I'm kind of thinking the former. All right, well, first, let's go and check out Main Street. Main Street, I think, is going to look pretty cool. This is still very cool from the air, though. It's like its own little fun experience. You know, kind of like the whole idea that you get to see this island, but you only get to see it by a quick little plane ride, and you have to, like, you know, you have to hope that you can see something that's noteworthy. Again, it reminds me of Jurassic Park 3 when they first get on the island, and you just get a bird's eye view of these animals. It just, there's something that's feels realistic about it, you know. I quite like it. And I'm kind of getting the hang of flying. I don't know. I'm very new to this game. Like, this is my first time ever actually playing it, and I'm sure a lot of you who have played it before can tell. And it's pretty fun. I like it. It's a fun game. It's on Game Pass, by the way, if you want to check it out, if you have Game Pass. Look at that. There's like a lot of places that you can go down to, you can just walk to. I want to walk around, too. What is that? Do I see a creature? No, what is that, I wonder? I do genuinely wonder what that is. So we're going to try to find out. Is that where Owen lives? That might be Owen's place. That might be where Owen lives. I think he lived like next to a pond or a lake or something. So that would check out. There's a monorail going by. That's cool. We're getting close to, you know, welcome to Jurassic World area. Starting to see some buildings. Dude, I kind of feel like this game will help out a lot for people who want to recreate Jurassic World in Evolution. Especially with Evolution 3 coming out, and they can make it as detailed as possible. This is probably going to be a very, very valuable resource. Well, there's the aviary over there. There's a dome over here. I wonder if that's like for the plants or something. Like for paleo, like, I don't know if it's for paleobotany, for botany or something. That's interesting. There's no landing strips for me over here. There's only one landing strip, and it's at the front of the island, and for the life of me, I can't land on it. I think it's a me problem. I think I'm just bad at the game. Okay, so we're gonna try to fly over the T-Rex. We're gonna try to fly over Rexy. That's a huge goal that I have. I want to see Rexy, even if it is from a bird-eye view. Look at those hotels. Wow, you're like getting a really good look at the hotels here. They even have like tennis courts down there. Is that what those are?
Iconic Innovation Center, which serves as our Parks Nerve Center.
Huh.
It's the vibrant hub of Jurassic World activity. It sits at the end of Main Street, which is filled with shops and other things to do.
Look at the water park. What? There's a water park. Oh, someone needs to recreate that. Is that like the one building where Pachycephalosaurs, like you can see the Pachycephalosaurs butt heads, like from Lego Jurassic World? I think that's what that is. And then over here, there's the petting zoo. I assume there might be dinosaurs in there. And then there's Rexy. There she is. Look at her. Wow, that's so cool. And there's the Mosasaur exhibit, of course. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Is this where like the workers live or something? Worker village type thing? Or is it like somewhere that, you know, rich people could stay? There's Pterosauria, the big screen experience. There's an arcade. There is Primordial Scoops. This is really, really cool. It looks like they put a lot of work into this. There's the Mosasaur. There's the Mosasaur just swimming around. What? That's so cool. You can just barely see its back. That is so, so cool. This is so cool. This is a whole huge experience. This was a fantastic idea as a game. Like, what? This is so cool. And it does not connect to the ocean. Oh no. So this is like the pre-Fallen Kingdom map. Because they did retcon it in Fallen Kingdom to make it so that the Mosasaur exhibit actually connected to the ocean. Because that wasn't the case in Jurassic World. It was a retcon in Fallen Kingdom. So I assume this is like pre-retcon map. Though I didn't know that Main Street would have been so deep inland. I wonder if that's actually how it is. Like, I wonder if they have any like reference material from the like actual maps or anything that were planned out for the movie. Like, I don't know if that's the case. There is where the control center is, and that's where Rexy stood on the helipad and roared. Yeah, there's Rexy. She's all scarred up and everything. Wow, she does not have a large exhibit, does she? I'd assume it's a little bit larger in the movie. Kind of feels like it is, but I could be wrong. I like the models, too. I like these models. Oh! Barely saw the Mosasaur just, like, come up for some water. Or, wow, come up for some air. This is really, really cool. Like, this is really, really sick. There's the Spinosaurus skeleton right there. Rexy ran down here. That means, you know, paddock 9 is this. Hello, Rexy. Yeah, then also there's where the goat comes up. Everybody can watch the goat get eaten. I assume, I've heard some people say that you can go into buildings. I wonder if I can actually enter the Tyrannosaur exhibit. That would be really sick if I could. Mosasaur can't be seen anymore. That is so cool. I'm telling you, this is so cool. I really need to try to land. I really want to check it out. More dinosaurs. We're going to try to get as low as possible. Oh, Stegosaurs. There. Okay, we've been here before. Oh, we might crash. Oh, we didn't crash. Okay. That... No, it's just Stegosaurus. Okay, I thought it was an Ankylosaurus for a second. One of those Thyreophorans, you know? Patasaurus. This is really cool. This is really, really cool. So this is Lookout Point. I believe this... I think that, like, the kids came up here in Camp Cretaceous. So I think there's, like, a ski lift that brings them up? I think so. There was a bunch of Dimorphodons. It's been a while since I've...
From here you can trace the monorail weaving around the island.
I don't know if the kids were there. They might have been. It's been a while since I've seen the earlier seasons of Camp Cretaceous. So, but it looks like, yeah, you get up here via a ski lift. So that seems about right, which is cool. That's really cool. Look at the monorail and look at this island in general. And there's the aviary all over there. I don't know why it sounded like that. This is very cool. I like this. This is a great idea. Now here comes my nemesis. I'm gonna try to land the craft again. I don't know how well it's gonna go. I didn't do it. This is, I don't, I, I don't know why I just can't do it. I've attempted it so many times. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm gonna try again. I had it. I had it. My nose died down, like dipped down. I'm gonna try it again. Okay, so I just for the life of me cannot land. I can try again on Nublar, I think, but I just cannot land. I've been sitting here for an embarrassing amount of time, and I just cannot land. I did find out that if I go on to like the free Nublar flight, then I'm able to free, like I can free look. I can go around and I can look at stuff without being confined to a plane. So we're just going to do that, which means that I won't be able to just like walk around, but I can get down to like the same height as someone who's walking around. So that's just what I'm going to do. That's all I could do right now because I am losing my sanity trying to land this plane. And I know it's a me problem. I don't play a lot of video games. I'm not good at a lot of video games. And so trying to do this was incredibly, incredibly difficult. We're just doing this. We're just doing this. What is this? I completely missed this when I was flying around. What is it, I wonder? Plus, now that we're getting closer to the ground, we get more details, so the game looks a little bit nicer than from when I was zooming in with the camera. What is this? Is this just like an employee center or something? Is that what this is? Interesting. Well, yeah, that's something. That is something. There she is. There is the Innovation Center as well as Main Street. So let's go and check it out. Let's go and get a better look at some of these critters. This really is so cool, though. Like, just look at this. Oh! Got the shock. Can I go in the water with you? Sploosh. Oh, I can't. Well, I'm like above the water. Remember Camp Cretaceous? Oh, look. I could be the lady who states what the mosasaur eats and how she's shy. Yeah, mosasaurs can eat turtles, large fish, and even other mosasaurs. Let's put out a shark and see if she's hungry. Mosasaur. Okay. But that was cool. It was cool. We just barely caught a glimpse of it, but it was really cool. Let's see. So yeah, in a way, I could kind of walk around Main Street. I could see a lot of the same things that someone who's visiting Jurassic World would see. Like this T-Rex skull that I didn't know was here. I wonder if that is actually there in the movie and I just completely missed it. Although I don't know if I see any of the amber. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's some of the amber right there. Cool. Cool beans. Whatever that is. And the beloved Spinosaurus skeleton, which is very distinct from the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus. It's more of like a 2010s rendition of Spinosaurus. She is, though. Here is the tyrant reptile king herself, or queen in this case. That being Rexy. It looks really good and has all the proper scarring and everything. They did a good job with it. I want to check out her enclosure too. Her enclosure is really, really interesting. And yeah, well, you can kind of just sit in here and look at Rexy as she was. Look at that. That's very cool. I really like that. That is pretty dang cool. I'm curious, am I able to like, I assume I can enter. I assume when I'm walking around after I've landed my plane, I am able to enter the area. The areas like that. Oh, look at this. You can get a good look at the Innovation Center. See, because that's all detailed on the inside. So I guarantee you can go in there and walk around and see the hologram Apatosaurus. Does the hologram change, I wonder? That'd be pretty cool if it does. There's the Hammond Creation Lab in there. Oh. Well, aren't I smart? I can just walk straight in. Oh, no, I can't. I can't walk in. Well, that's unfortunate. But I guarantee I could walk in if I just left my plane. So we can get a good look at it in here. Pretty cool. Looks very screen accurate. The aquatic park, which is so cool. Oh, look, you can like walk over a bridge, go over here, and you get to go on all kinds of different slides and stuff. Wow, man. This was a really good, fully fledged park, wasn't it? Before things went sour. So again, I think that this over here is where the pachycephalosaurs were. Like, I think that this is where they would kind of headbutt, you know? I think it's a show that I can't go into. But I think that's precisely what that is. Interesting. What about the petting zoo? Are there any critters in the petting zoo? Do I see anything? I don't see anything. No critters in the petting zoo, really? No, you don't have any of the baby apatosaurs, baby gallimimuses, any of that? That's unfortunate. Nice little exhibits they have going on there. You might be able to recreate some of this in Evolution 3. So again, like, I think that this is going to be a pretty good resource for people who want to recreate these parks in Evolution 3. I think it's going to be really cool overall, and I can't wait to see that. All right, well, that's Nublar. Let's go ahead and go and check out Sorna. I'm very excited to see Sorna. So first, I'm going to fly normally. I'm not going to do the free cam quite yet. I just want to do the normal flight things. Oh my. Things are not loading in well for me at all. Holy moly. It's all just water. We got mountain water here. I think I have to reload the game. I'll be right back. Well, it looks like most of Sorna's not really loading for me. There's a mosasaur swimming around too. Huh. Well, that's not natural. At least we get a better look at it, I suppose. What's going on over here? Well, oh, look at that. Pteranodon's flying away. Nice little Easter egg, but it's still not loading properly for me. I even reloaded the full game. There's an area over there that looks to be loaded pretty well. So we're just going to try to go over there, and hopefully the rest of this kind of catches up. But right now, we're just kind of rocking water mountains, I guess. Oh, there we go. I think that over there, I'm pointing at the screen, like you guys can see where I'm pointing. But I believe that over there, that gray strip over there, is the landing strip that we saw in Jurassic Park 3. My guess is that the Spinosaurus will be around there, because I don't know where else it would show up. And if it's even in this, it might not even be in this. Obviously, though, I think that would be like one of the best things that we could look for is the Spinosaurus. All right, everybody, keep your eyes peeled. This is probably the landing strip. I don't know what else it would be. Yeah, it's definitely the landing strip. Let's see. Any Spinosaurids of the Spinosaurus variety? I'm not seeing it. Plus, this still hasn't loaded in, which is a little bit annoying. Might have to try to like restart my PC entirely. I don't see any fish eaters down here. Hello? Spinosaurus? That's kind of the fun thing of not knowing which creatures they actually added to this game. Because then I can go in here and like look for them. And maybe I'll find them, maybe I won't. Who knows, you know? I'm not finding anything really. Figure there'd be something around here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So I'm going to operate under the assumption that Spinosaurus might not be in this. Either that or it's just somewhere else. I don't know where else it would be, but I guess that's possible. Well, anyway, what we could do is we could still look for some other critters. We could see if we can find something. Oh, look at that. Is that the, like, InGen facility where they come across the Velociraptors? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. And if that's the case, there might be Velociraptors around here. Let's check it out. Aha! Velociraptor. Nice. Okay, so there's one right there. That is so eerie, too. Because it's like just knowing that there's like Velociraptors just hanging out here and they just all casually walk to this place. Because, I mean, as far as we could tell, the Velociraptors, like, there was a couple of them just kind of hanging around here. Because when they first got to this facility, then one ran by the door or ran by the window or something. And obviously there was one inside the building. That's just so cool to see. Again, from an aerial view, that's just so fun. I don't think it's the actual JP3 Raptors. In fact, it kind of looks like blue to me a little bit. But still very cool nonetheless. Isla Sorna is flipping huge. Like, I'm wondering if there's some Lost World references here. Like, maybe if we can get to an area that's a little bit more like Redwoods, then you could get some Lost World things in this area. I see something over there. There's something funky going on. What do we have? What do we have over here? It looks like a cliff. It might be the Pteranodon enclosure. Like the bird cage, you know? Yeah, that's exactly what that is. I can see the half dome. Maybe the Spinosaurus is around here. It did chase them into that building that led into the dome. Again, I don't know if Spinosaurus is in this, but I'm still holding out hope. Wow. Wow. They're Jurassic World Pteranodons. Wow. I certainly don't think that it had this giant thing right here in the movie, unless I'm misremembering, which still a possibility. But yeah, that's the building they ran into to run away from the Spinosaurus. Now, the Spinosaurus, yeah, it doesn't look like things match up too perfectly here, because the Spinosaurus would have broken through one of these, like, you know, these sections over here. And in the movie, it was a lot closer to the entrance to the Pteranodon cage. So it would have been like closer to around here. So, you know, they didn't run too much to get into the building. Look at all those Pteranodons, though. That is so wicked. Are there like bridges and stuff where the characters were walking around? I'm not seeing any. I think it's just a simple cage. That's so interesting. That is so interesting. And still no signs of Spinosaurus. Whoa, we crashed. Okay, I was trying things. So yeah, I'm still not finding. I'm not finding the redwoods. I'm not finding like any evidence of the lost. Oh my gosh, maybe evidence of the lost world is over here in this giant water mountain. So I'm just gonna restart my PC and hopefully I can fix this. Okay, I don't know if I'm able to get rid of the water mountains. So I think we explored a pretty decent part of Sorna. I'm going to go and check for Spinosaurus one more time just to be on the safe side. But after that, we're going to go ahead and call the episode good. I'm trying to figure out where the plane crash would be, because another possible place where Spinosaurus could show up would be on the plane crash. There's a very good chance that the plane crash is in this area over here that has not loaded. Mainly going off of like the direction that this landing strip is, because it's not back there. At least I couldn't see it back there. So, because they would have crashed right after they kind of crashed, like they knocked into the Spinosaurus, and they were of course leaving the landing strip when they did that. So there's only like two directions that you can go that would lead you to the Spinosaurus to the crash site rather. And I don't think that this area would be the crash site, simply because it's mostly all mountainous and certainly doesn't match up with the movie at all. Plus, I don't see it anywhere over here. And so, judging from the angle of the landing strip going that direction, there's a very good chance that the crash site is in this area that simply will not load. So I don't think we're going to be able to find it. And really, I think that's probably the best, there's the best chance that Spinosaurus would be near the crash site, assuming the crash site's even in this game, which I assume it would be. But if it is, I think that's where the Spinosaurus would be, if again the Spinosaurus is even in this. So maybe I'll do a part 2 to this video. Like maybe I'm able to find the Spinosaurus later on if it does exist. I'm sure a lot of you would let me know if it does or not. And you know, if that's the case, again, I could do a part 2 and we can try to find it again. But we'll go ahead and call it good right here. This is very fun though. This is a really cool experience. And aside the fact that I was getting really frustrated with the whole trying to land thing, it's pretty fun. It's a really cool experience. You know, they did really good they did a very good job at kind of like translating the Jurassic World, and in this case, Jurassic Park things into this game in a way that you can just kind of, you know, I can go up and I could look at these little minute details of the landing strip, which is cool, you know, and then I could start screaming Eric into the tree line, hoping that Eric is within, you know, earshot of me screaming that and not a Spinosaurus. So I'm trying to like orient myself. I'm trying to figure out which direction they would have been screaming, and therefore would have been the direction that the Spinosaurus was hanging out. This road, obviously, I don't know what this road does. Maybe if I follow said road, maybe it'll lead me to a fish eater. Yeah, I don't know. We can try again in the future. If you guys like provide me with some new details or something, I can definitely try this out again, and then we can give it another shot. But I'm just going to call it good right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this was a lot of fun. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, have an awesome day.